We've taken over as Leeds United manager, and the season has started off fantastically, seeing us sat top of the league table. But after the frustration of the last episode, where we couldn't quite make it past Manchester United in the semis, can we beat them today in the 4th round of the FA Cup? Yes, lads, what's going on? Welcome back to another episode of the Leeds United career mode, where in today's episode, we can get ourselves a slice of revenge against Manchester United in the Cup. It's going to be the end of the January transfer window as well, so we've got that to play towards, but I don't think much is going to happen, if I'm being honest. And we might round out the league. The league has become quite evidently easy. I never knew that this Leeds United squad was going to be so much better than the rest of the teams in the league. And I think that's made for the league being a little bit boring. So what we're going to do is just try and fly through it. We're going to sim a lot of the games. I'm probably not going to play many of them. And we're going to set ourselves up for the second season, which we should be in the Premiership. Because unless something drastic happens, we are absolutely flying in the Championship. So I feel like that's going to be what's best for all of us, is get through this first season, because things are really going to kick up a notch when we get into that Premier League season, and I am very excited for that. So if you're new to the channel, smash subscribe, hit the like button. Let's get into this one by taking on Manchester United. But for me, it is the FA Cup, so we probably should tweak a little bit and not play full strength 11, because at the end of the day, if we don't win this game, it has little to no impact whatsoever. So if we don't make it through, we don't win the game, it doesn't really matter. I'm going to give Mateo Joseph a start up top. Actually, no, Bamford did score the goal in the last episode against Manchester United, so we'll stick with Bamford. We'll go with Jadon Anthony, and I'm actually going to play Nonto on the right, because I want to keep him happy. He hasn't been given the game time that maybe he should, but that's just because other players out wide have been playing so well. And the early stages of this game, I'm just hoping that we can find a way through the back line. That might be a way if Cooper had a better pass. I think that's going to be my plan, you know, for next season is I want all my defenders, yes, to be good defenders, but I actually want them to be ball-playing defenders. I think we're going to need that in that team. And if we could find a good CDM, I actually think Ampadu would be a really good ball-playing defender for us to slide back there. Jorginho Ruta with a shot. I thought I could catch Anana out. I could not. Sam Rashford, he scored against us last time out. And this time Melier is going to keep him out. Early-ish corner for Manchester United. Hopefully we can get that one away and then kind of break a little bit. Jorginho played it out wide. Oh, I think I've timed it well. We're going to get Nonto through. Can he do? He's had a bit of a mixed bag this season, but Nonto, I tried to go through the legs and go for the nutmeg. We should have just gone for power. I feel like all the games we played against Manchester United, there's been so many missed opportunities that I am now ruining. And it's just frustrating. Rashford has managed to find some space down this side, which is not convenient for me because he is the danger man for Manchester United when I played against them. And it doesn't feel like it's going to come to anything. Casemiro gets that one into Schick. Oh, Schick's done well. Good balance, good turn, good save for Melier. We've given away a really poorly placed free kick here. This is not ideal. Rashford is off the post. Melier is my hero. I really hope we don't get any kind of big bids in for him. That's surely a foul. Doesn't matter. Anthony might get that back. I hope we don't get any kind of big bids in for Melier that I ever have to accept. Because, oh my God, he's so good at football. Anthony, I'm just going to pop it in. Bamford needed to hold his run a little bit. We've started to struggle a bit. The pressure is being put on now by Manchester United. I don't know if FA Cups go to replays in the 4th round on the game. I think they should do, but I don't know how the game works. I think it's 5th round on now, right? Where they don't go to replays. I'm saying that as Manchester United are causing me issues, but I'm trying to figure it out. Is that a good ball into Bamford? It is. He can hold it up. Patrick Bamford. Has he got that kind of passing ability? Oh, he nearly did. If that's not Martinez, that's through. Well, they're going to make his sub, and it's Rashford. Probably the most dangerous player they've got on the pitch for Mason Mount. They make that sub all the time. Rashford, the Mason Mount thing. I don't get it, but I'm okay with that. Ampadu. Oh, that needed a bit more power on. And Nonto is in a great position. Jorginho keeps that. Finds Anthony. Oh, that was poor, but Jadon Anthony's going to still recoup the football. And Anana saves it. Time for us to make subs, though. I'm going to bring Joseph on. I want to give him a bit more game time. I need certain players to be well rested as well. Jorginho Ruta just had a few games now where he's been non-existent. And I feel that in real life. But I'm feeling that in the game right now too. Maybe I'm just letting my real life feelings bleed into the game. That could be true. Now, we scored in a corner in the last game. Mateo Joseph's first act could be a goal from the corner, but it's not going to be. I'm going to be able to fire that one straight back in. But the last person you want there on the edge of the box is Cooper. Ampadu. I'm going to pull it back across. Ruiz. Can I just lift that one across? I can to Dan James. It's not going to work. I'm trying to find an opening. They've defended really well at Manchester United. Oh, that's a great ball across to Schick. Oh my God, Meslier. Massive save. That was a really big moment for Manchester United. Oh, he's ended up finding Ruiz. I don't know how. Ruiz needs help. He's found Jamie Shackleton. Shackleton wants that ball over. What's that pass? I wanted it into Jadon Anthony. That's going to be the full-time whistle, and I think it means a replay. And it does. I would have much preferred extra time there. There's so many games, but we're going to get another bite of the cherry against Manchester United. We've got some scout reports as well back from Australia, and there's only one standing out, and it's Zachary Power, and I don't know if he's going to be good, but we're going to sign him and just see how he grows in the academy for now. And there's a few potentially from England. So Will Johnson straight away looks like he could be okay. Dominic Allen as well could be half decent. And then we've got Edward Lowe, who I'm actually not going to take a gamble on. I think that's enough players right now that we've put in the academy. Rangers coming in for Dan James at 9 million. Not accepting that. There we go. This could be more like it, but I don't think it is. So it's going to be Ipswich from Meslier, and we've seen a couple of championship teams. Now, I like Amari Hutchinson. I don't like Meslier going to Ipswich. It makes no sense right now. And Somerville's is Villarreal. It's a swap deal for that player who I don't really know, who I don't think would probably come to Leeds. And also, I don't think Villarreal has got enough pulling power to take Somerville away. We're still waiting for a mammoth bid from a team. As we hit deadline day, I'm starting to ponder, one, I don't think we'd let anyone go now, so we've kind of survived. And two, is it at any point time to start maybe bringing in some players? And a lot of the players I've put on the list are ones for the future. The interesting thing is Fatawu, who was playing on loan at Leicester, has been recalled, I'm guessing, because he's a year loan, so he's been recalled, and Fatawu would be someone, as we reach the Premiership, I really want. Eunice has been recalled. Leicester have been weakened pretty big. Fatawu and Eunice both been recalled, both having, from when I've played them, good seasons. Sammy Smodics was someone you guys suggested. He's having a good time right now, but I don't think we need that cam position as things stand. And I've just started adding players. Keep suggesting players. I will admit I am recording a little bit more in advance now so that we can get these episodes out to you guys a lot quicker, which I hope you guys are enjoying. But a few of these players obviously have been added on here in the view of us being in the Premiership and what we could do. And we also need to look at the teams that might go down, because the teams that go down from the Premiership is going to be key to, can we pick players from them? And right now we know it's basically Luton who sit on 5 points. Poor Luton. Then we have Bournemouth, Burnley, Sheffield United are in the mix, Brentford are in the mix, Crystal Palace are in the mix. So there's a wealth of players there that we can go and pick up potentially if those teams get relegated. That could be some great players for us to sign. But as we are on deadline day, I don't think we're going to do any business. I don't see any need to. And we're only going to draw on deadline day too. So we draw 1-1 to Middlesbrough. And Leicester don't seem to have loan issues with those players going. They won 3-1. We should also look at the lads and how they're doing. So Somerville is our top goal scorer. He's been fantastic this season, which is really weird because I thought someone would have come in for him. Nonto has had a decent season, just not the appearances he probably would have wanted. That is largely down to Somerville. Say we got a big bid for Somerville and he went. We've got a ready-made replacement there in Wilfred Nonto, which is great. Pirro is the top goal scorer for strikers, but of course, Patrick Bamford did have the injury, but there's only 3 games in difference that they played. Jorginho Ruta is having a good season as well, but tailed off a little bit. He was top of the assist. Now it is Somerville. So we are looking good. I'm liking that Joseph's got 4 goals as well. Jadon Anthony having 5 goals, 1 assist. I'm really happy with the squad. I'm just going to advance here hour upon hour, and who knows, something crazy could happen, but I doubt it. We'll probably come back at the end of the window with nothing happening. We are going to get a few bids coming in. Well, mainly just a bid here for Bamford. It's from Norwich. I mean, he played there in the past, but we're not going to accept it. It's not a great bid. And at 30, though, is Patrick Bamford someone we don't use next year? That is potential that we have to replace him. We'll have Pirro, but do we replace Bamford as well? There's a lot of questions for this Premiership season, and I can't wait to try and answer them in that window. I'm probably going to record that window today as well. So Brentford now coming in for Pirro. They're trying to stay up, but I have to be honest. We said we'd sell 1 big name player, and we would have done, but we're on deadline day with about 5 hours left. And now Bamford has played a decent amount of games, but if I go and have a look now what we've been looking at, because I have been looking at potential strikers, because I am in the mindset that at some point I would lose a striker, whether that be Bamford or not. And we've got Rodrigo Muniz, who is on loan, I believe, at Blackburn. Harry Leonard, who's made a move to Borussia Mönchengladbach. Patson Daka, who Leicester in a title race probably wouldn't let go. And Jason Van Duven, who is just a young 18-year-old from PSV, who I quite like the look at. Maybe he's going to be the next Van Persie, Nistelrooy, who knows? So we aren't really set up to let a striker leave. And with the time left on the clock of 5 minutes, I'm actually going to go in and I'm going to reject this. Now, something I wasn't thinking about until Leicester came in for Jamie Shackleton on a free was the contracts. What an absolute idiot. So we have Sam Byron, who only has 5 months left. I think we're actually going to leave this decision to later on in the season because no one's going in for him. The same with Idrissa Gana Gueye, who has been okay this year, but do we want to bring him back 25k a week in the Premiership? That's probably not going to happen. Cooper, we already know, is going. And then I noticed, obviously, Joe Rodon is on loan from Tottenham. So this is actually a player instantly going into next season, considering how good Joe Rodon's been, and he plays the style of football we want to play, that we might need to make that deal permanent as quickly as possible. Maybe even now. If we were allowed to, we would do, but we're not. So Joe Rodon, in the summer, unless something drastic happens, is a must sign for me. And luckily for me, as the clock ticks down, no more transfer bids come in, and we are going to survive January unscathed. And to my surprise, I thought there would be a much bigger bid coming in for some of our bigger players, and we did agree we'd let one go, but the biggest bid probably was that Perot one. They did come in for Jorginho Ruta, but wouldn't meet my valuation. So we are now, we're going to go to the calendar. We're going to do a lot of calendar simming now. I'm obviously going to play the game against Manchester United again, but we're probably going to use the calendar sim a lot now to just get through the season. Might highlight some games that I wouldn't mind playing. I mean, we've got Ipswich there. We've got Southampton again. That could be a fun game to play, but there is just a lot of matches here, and we're so close to promotion. I'd like to get that done. Speaking of Joe Rodon, he's managed to go and pick himself up an injury, but it's only 11 days, so we won't have him for the Manchester United game, but it's not that long. Time to take on Manchester United again then for the second time in the episode, and that's 4 times this season. To get a rival game is pretty insane. Let's see what we can do this time around. I've got with Nonto and Somerville out on the wings, and Firpo's back in the team, and I think Firpo actually has a really big impact on this team. Somerville back inside. Jorginho, I thought I'd gone beyond Rafael Varane. I thought Bamford took him out of position. We've got some really good players on the pitch today. I'm going to be honest with you. We could cause them a whole host of issues. Oh, that's great. Nonto out wide. You've got to get it in. At least get that one into the box. We're going to see Mancini sign for Liverpool. I can't wait to play in the Prem next season. I really can't. But honestly, lads, it's going to be extremely difficult. Playing these Man United games didn't mean anything. And obviously the season will stretch out a lot longer when we're in the Prem. We'll play a hell of a lot more games and there'll be less simming. But I genuinely think our Prem season is going to be awful. Oh, that needed to be into Jorginho Ruta. He was so clear in space. We seem to always start lively against Manchester United and then things just kind of tail off a little bit. Oh, this could work out. Junior Firpo, though, is begging for someone, right? There's nobody there. That should be Patrick Bamford running on to that to some degree. Absolutely no one there, and Firpo overlapped perfectly. Comes Rashford. He's the danger man. I hate Marcus Rashford through the legs of Meslier. That's twice this season that's happened. Man United take the lead. So frustrating to concede from that angle. Meslier is probably his biggest weakness. He's great. That might be his biggest weakness. Oh, that's poor from Pascal Struijk. I probably shouldn't be trying a through ball with him there, but I'm losing my head a little bit at that goal going in. Anthony now could make it 2-0. What a save for Meslier. That will see the halftime whistle go, and I'm glad to see it go because we need to regroup now. Rashford again. Such the danger man. I really don't like him, but Archie Gray dealt with him there. And if we could just kick off this second half with something. That ball from Nonto is delightful, but Bamford couldn't keep control. Shaw comes back and recovers on Manchester United at the start of this second half. And I'm not enjoying it. Oh, how's he found that ball through? Anthony, that is a great tackle from Junior Firpo, but Anthony still keeps the football. Can we get it back? We can. We are struggling like mad. And what a great save from Meslier. It's just not bouncing our way. Oh, Mount plays a great ball into Rashford. Oh, he's put it wide. I play that one inside? I can. I found Jadon Anthony, the sub. He took a wonderful touch. Jaden Anthony. Oh, the sub nearly coming on, making it 1-1. They're going to bring on Patrick Schick now. We're going to bring on Ruiz for Jorginho Ruta. And Jaden Anthony, who was brought on for Somerville, starting to breathe life into the team a little bit here. And we've been gifted what you would say is a very good free kick position. But I don't know if it's a good free kick position because I'm not very good at these. We're going to go for it. I'm going to go with a decent amount of power. And let's see if we can just hit the wall. I always just hit the wall. No matter how much power I put on something, it's always the wall that gets hit. Jaden Anthony has been given space to run into. Plays it across to Bamford. Bamford then finds Nonto. Oh, is this going to keep going? It is. We've made good work of this so far, but Jaden Anthony needs a bit more help, doesn't he, in the box? He didn't get it. We go out to Firpo, to Nonto, Bamford, and just look at this. Look at the way they box us out, and there we go. That's what Manchester United have done all game long, and it's worked for them. They've really benefited from that. Here comes Lucas Vasquez, can put it in. Cresswell gets it clear, but not far. Casemiro can hit them. He does. Melier saves it. Ruiz. Where's all the help? Where is all the help? Leeds United seem to have given up in this game against Manchester United at Old Trafford. Can you believe it? And the full-time whistle will go, and we will lose 1-0. But where was the fight from the lads at the end of that game? There was no one running forward when we had an opportunity. That is twice now in the Cup we will fall to Manchester United. We can say valiant efforts both times. Absolutely fine, but not good enough from the lads towards the end of the game. Yeah, we were knackered, but I felt like we needed a bit more fight. After that, though, we are going to start flying through some of these games with the simulation and seeing how we do. 2-2 against Rotherham. We're going to beat West Brom 3-0. I like how quick the simulation is this year. To be fair, Norwich, we beat them 1-0. And I think we're near enough confirmed as champions at this point. Wow, when it comes to the scout reports, though, we might be getting lucky. 875,000 for Harley Kirk with 94 potential. Now, I have to say the board are actually really upset at me at the moment. And do you know why they're upset? Because they wanted us to reach the round of 16. They don't care that we've just taken Manchester United to a replay and just only by one goal couldn't squeak by because the objectives are so foundationally good in this game. The board now hate me. I mean, we're going to win the league. That hopefully should change everything. I've done the brand exposure, which they wanted. I've achieved everything they wanted, minus that FA Cup situation, and that sways the board that much. Insane. Not like the club right now are sat top of the league and by a clear distance. But nonetheless, we will keep with our simulation, and I think I will sim to after the QPR game, and we'll see where we are in the league. We're going to take on Stoke here. We beat them 1-0. There's going to be certain players, unfortunately, with the simulation that will be unhappy because they're not getting game time. Why is my role at the club critical? Is this... This seems insane to me. Is really the objective of the FA Cup that big? We're critical with 46, sitting top of the league, well cleared, near enough won the league title already. And this FA Cup round of 16 might get us sacked. I mean, look at the league. We're absolutely flying. I've had issues in the past. We had it in the Villa career mode after winning the Premier League. When I restarted that up, we got sacked every damn time. So I am intrigued to see what's going to happen here. I don't understand. I'm kind of mind-boggled. We're going to keep going. I want to see if we get sacked. Because if we got sacked here, this just would foundationally just tell you how bad EA Sports and FC24 actually is. We keep flying through, and there's no change really from the board, but we have we've got a 10-point gap with a few games to play. So I am going to look here at what one of the last home games is, because I would like to see us lift the trophy. And it's going to be against Huddersfield. So against one of our rivals. As long as we've won the title by that point, we should lift it against Huddersfield. So let's get to that game. And I think we just 2 wins. So we beat Sunderland and we beat Bristol City. So we are champions at this stage. We have won the league and we go on to beat Preston. So let's do this game against Huddersfield and see us lift the trophy. Now, before we do the Huddersfield game, I just want to take a look at how some of the lads have been performing. We're going to see some of them like, wow, 24 goals, 12 assists. He's gone up to 81 overall. Keeping hold of him next season will be near impossible, I imagine. Jorginho as well, having a fantastic season. 15 goals and 8 assists. Pirro is up there. He's had a good year as well. Wilfred Nonto having a good season. Ruiz, decent, actually. When you look at it, Bamford, not a bad season, I think. is this his last year? Do we give him one more chance in the Premier League? That's probably going to be the big question for us. But all round, I'm really happy with the team this season. I think we've had an unbelievable season. No matter what the board think, we've absolutely sprinted to the title with... I don't think we're far off the record of points. We're actually not. We could match the record. Well, from what I'm reading from Google, it's 106 points. So if we win the next 2 games, we would actually match that record. But yeah, we've won the league at a canter, and I don't understand why the board could be upset. But nonetheless, Ellen Road against Huddersfield, another Yorkshire rival. They'll hate this. Probably should be given a guard of honor. I'm going to start probably the strongest 11. Yeah, I'm going to go Nonto, Firpo, Stroik, Roden, and Gray. Ampadu is the captain, has been the captain all season, and deserves to lift the trophy. That's the 11 I will start. And let's see if on trophy day here, we can do it in style. I want a victory. We've not had one this episode. We've not got a goal this episode for me. It's been hard to come by, but this has been really a housekeeping episode of just finishing off the championship. You know, I know that you guys don't want to sit and watch me stomp teams and it be this comfortable in the championship. And I completely get that. And maybe I could have made the game more difficult. But when I saw us play opposition that matched us or opposition that was, better than us, we struggled. And that's what the sliders are set there to do. The problem is there's a huge disparity between us and the rest of the championship sides, maybe minus Leicester. And it really has made for a quite comfortable season for Leeds United. And Leeds United fans, if only that was the case in real life. Oh, Huddersfield there early on, causing problems, causing rig problems. They're going to score Radoni with the goal for Huddersfield. Well, they probably won't be able to celebrate our party, but they'd like to make it not a fun day for Leeds United fans. God, they've started so well. One break, down out wide, one opportunity. We've not really touched the football, and they score already. Somerville, side to Pirou. Pirou then into Jorginho. Ruta couldn't turn quick enough. Needs to be quicker on the ball. He's got quick feet usually. Needed them there. Nanto. I get that ball into us. Pirou. Oh, Naily. Oh, Nichols. Why is he head that there? Pirou will make it 1-1. Calamity at the back from Huddersfield, and we capitalise. And he's been very good this season at capitalising on those moments. I don't get what Nichols was trying to do. And when he comes out the second time, he goes to head it. Never going to beat Pirou there. Really intriguing decision, and that all just from a ball floated in from Wilfred Nonto. And I have to admit, since we went to semi-assisted, I've said it before, I'm really enjoying the game. Wow, Radoni scores, gets himself sent off. That was his plan for the day. A heated Yorkshire rivalry, just no need to slide in there. Jorginho Ruta wasn't going anywhere. Well, I'm happy at that, and I am happy at the idea now that we can go ahead, score the goals needed to get a big victory here. Jorginho Ruta. Can I do from that distance? He is special. He's a special player trying to score a special goal. Nonto went directly over the top to Pirou. Oh, I thought he scored it. Great save from Nichols. Great play from Nonto. We're really feeling ourselves again in this game. After not playing Manchester United twice, you start to feel the team play like they were before against opposition that's similar to yourself. Somerville. Finds Pirou. What a turn for Pirou! Oh, he is having some kind of game. And at the start of the second half, Pirou will make it 2-1 Leeds United. And oh my God, I'm enjoying him, man. Our number 7, Pirou, could he be that guy in the Premiership? We're not going to know until next season, obviously, but what a turn. And the finish, perfect. Not saving that nickel. Just like that, Huddersfield's unbelievable start is rubbed out, and I think largely down to the fact that their goal scorer, Radoni, got himself sent off. With this scoreline, I wouldn't mind making some subs, but I do feel like we should just keep the main 11 on the pitch, to be honest, for as long as possible to lift the trophy. Always found to Jorginho. Pirou now. Oh, he's going to have to pull it back. That is so devastating for him. He had to pull it back. He would have wanted to go clean through. We could be onto something here. Somerville plays the right ball. He does. Jorginho Ruta brings it down. Jorginho Ruta! He's going to make it 3-1. I would say nail in the coffin, but the nail in the coffin probably was Radoni sending off, if we're being honest. But Jorginho's going to end the season with a bang. I'd love for it to be Pirou, for him to get a hat-trick, but that just isn't the case. Great link-up again between Jorginho and Somerville. That's something you really feel like you miss when those two aren't on the pitch together. We started the season with those two linking up and scoring. We're going to end our season with those two linking up and scoring. But just like that, then, Leeds United are the championship champions. We're seeing celebrations on the pitch, so I'm assuming we're getting the trophy lift. What a game. Great result. Come from behind result as well, showing the fight that I expect from the boys every single season. Huddersfield just weren't enough for us. Della thought at 1-0 that they were going to do something special. It was not to be. It's been a very special season for Leeds United. We can still match the record points total as things stand, but we don't really care about those records. We just wanted to get back to the Premiership. That was the main focus this first season, and we've managed to do that as Ethan Ampadu, our number 4, will lift the trophy. We all know ahead it's a rocky road in the Premiership. As a Leeds United fan, we already know that. So hopefully we could build the squad needed to stay up next season. A lot of these lads that are in this cutscene right here, though, unless big bids come in, will be key cogs of us staying in the Premiership next season. And I tell you something, I think it's going to be a very difficult job with the teams that we're going to be coming up against week in and week out. But let's not think about that right now. Let's just enjoy the fact that we have won the championship and pray that this is enough to keep our jobs so that we get a second season. Nothing has changed in the objective stakes. I don't think it's ticked it off yet. It hasn't. So we will advance. I think you'll have to play the last game of the season. We'll do that. It's going to be another Sheffield game. Now, Sam Byron, we've let him go. He wanted to go on a free, and I couldn't decide whether we should sign him or not. I think we need a new right back next season. Archie Gray and somebody else. So letting him go made sense on a freebie. Plus, he was quite a big contract for someone who was just going to maybe even be third string right back. And the bids haven't stopped coming in for Joseph. He looks like he could be a special talent, as the bids are saying. Will he be the backup to Pirro next season if we let Bamford go? There's so many questions. I love the fact that we're going to do a summer window, and I'm super excited for it. Now, let's pick the team, and I'm going to give James the game. I'm going to give Bamford the game. I'm going to give a few players that might not be here next season. Cooper is going to get the game, but I'm also hoping that we can get 3 points and match the record. It would be nice, but it wasn't to be. It's only going to be 1-1. Glenn Kamara, I'm telling you, that man has been brilliant for us all season, but we are crowned champions. Let's see who else is going up. And the board don't hate me. Lads. The board don't hate me anymore because we won the championship. The FA Cup thing is the dumbest thing I've ever seen. But at least the board don't hate me anymore. That is something positive to take. Leicester City will be following us up. And then in the playoffs, we're going to see Southampton, Stoke, Watford, and Norwich. So if I look at some of the teams that aren't being promoted and can we pick players up from them? I don't know. Maybe Birmingham, maybe Ipswich, maybe West Brom. Maybe Elias Chair from QPR is someone who I like to look at. Joe Bellingham from Sunderland could be a good shout. That could be a fun transfer. And then maybe we see who doesn't. If, say, Southampton didn't get promoted, there's players there we could take. I think everyone should know this at this point. But upon promotion, given the budget, considering we need a CDM, I would absolutely love to bring back Calvin Phillips. His career's just not been the same since he left the club. He's had injury problems. He's never been fully fit. We're not seeing a fully fit Calvin Phillips with confidence right now playing for West Ham, and it shows. Can we restore that? Hell yeah. Hell yeah. So maybe Calvin Phillips is someone we bring back. I'm going to scout him, and yeah, he could be the one for us. Let me know what you guys think down below. Let me know down below as well what you think of our season. I'm going to fast forward a little bit because I want to see who wins in the playoffs. I want to see who gets promoted. Stoke City did win their game. We have youth players to look at as well. Rodon is going to go back. For me, is a must sign. And then this is how the youth academy looks. There are some plans I need to put in place, but this is where we're at right now. And there are some good players out there. I'm going to bring them to you as I feel like we should do. But Harley Kirk is one of them that wants out, I believe. Considering he's the best youth academy player, we will sign him up and we'll probably line him up. But I will keep you updated with the youth academy as time goes on of players that really stand out to me that I think could be potential big name players in this team. Now, the championship playoffs are going to be between Stoke and Southampton. Okay, let's advance past the 6th of May then. The 26th of May, after my birthday, by the way, boys. And let's see what happens. Oh, we get the bus. A trophy. I forgot that this existed in the game. Absolutely fantastic that we get to see this. I forgot that this was a thing. It's been a while since I watched the bus celebrations. feel like when we get to the end of an episode, I just kind of like go, yeah, that's end of season. See you for the next one, lads. But I want to be as engrossed in this Leeds series as possible, and I hope you guys can feel that. And because playing with these more realistic sliders and stuff is making the game feel wholeheartedly more fun. I know this season was a bit of a wash in terms of us being great, and I know you guys want to see me struggle. I get that, but this is a great moment for Leeds United. I open top boss. Love it. Hope it didn't cost too much, because we're going to need the money in the transfer window. I'm telling you that, right? So we beyond the 26, right? We've got the Calvin Phillips scout report. No good cares about that right now. All I want to know is Stoke or Southampton. It will be Southampton joining us. So as kind of expected, the relegated teams, Leicester, Leeds and Southampton, will be the free sides going back to the Premiership. But who got relegated? Man City won the league with Chelsea behind them. Weird. Don't expect that. Liverpool in third, Man United in fourth, Newcastle up there, Arsenal up there. Where the hell is Spurs in ninth? Did not expect to see that. But as we go down the table, it's going to be Burnley, Bournemouth and Luton. Now, Bournemouth definitely have some players, and so do Burnley. They have a lot of young players that they brought in that might not want to play in the Championship next season. We can kind of focus on that narrative and bring those players in. So yeah, Burnley is a potential team to look at. But yeah, that's going to be it for this year and it for season number 1. So there we go. It's in the bag. We managed to get it done in 4 episodes. I appreciate that we needed to get the first season done a bit quicker this time round in the Championship than the Blackburn one. But I've enjoyed it nonetheless. And the big questions now begin to pile up as we enter the Premier League. And, oh God, I cannot wait. And I feel like this board is going to be super demanding, which is stressing me out. Anyway, but thank you very much for the support, lads. Thank you very much for enjoying the episodes. The likes on the episodes have been insane. Whether the views are there or not, I don't really do this for the views. The fact that you guys are watching and following along is the most important thing to me, and I'll always try and get these episodes out to you as long as you are doing that. So if you are new to the channel, I would love it if you smash subscribe. Hit the like button as always, because it just shows me how much you guys are enjoying this kind of series. And oh my God, suggestions for the Premier League season, please, lads. I need them. Remember, we're recording in advance now, so if I don't get to your suggestions until a couple of episodes into next season, that's just kind of the situation we're in. But appreciate you all. I'll see you for the next episode and the first episode of Leeds United back in the Premiership.